All right. Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to the third day and second to the last day of our Research Made Easy webinar series. So, yesterday afternoon, we have discussed our online subscriptions, or obviously a part of them, they were our online databases. But for this morning, we'll continue discussing some of our resources which are locally managed and which were locally created by our university library. All right? And hopefully, these resources would still be able to aid you in your academic matters, okay? Even during this quarantine. All right? But before we continue, let's review once more our webinar mechanics. Okay, so the session will be recorded for documentation, evaluation, and dissemination purposes. Please note that by attending the webinar, you permit us to use any form of participation for such purposes. Each session will employ a quiz to gauge student learning and award a prize to the winner. And afterwards, the library staff will communicate with the winner. Only enrolled UP students can join the quiz, and winners should provide their UP student ID number to verify enrollment. So questions will be collected via Pigeonhole. So once more, I'll be posting the link in our chat box. You can send your comments, questions, and other inquiries there. And that would be answered during the Q&A portion at the end of each webinar session. An evaluation form will appear at the end of the session, and participants must accomplish the said form until November 15. Digital certificates will be given to participants who have successfully registered using their UP mail, participated, and answered the evaluation form. Those who wish to request a certificate but registered using a different email will have to send a proof of UP affiliation to libraryinfo.updiliman@up.edu.ph. And please do take note that due to the large volume of participants, expect a considerable delay in the transmission of certificates. So when searching, a common problem among students is looking for local resources, as it is more challenging to find them as compared to foreign literature. So through this webinar, we will showcase the local digital resources available in UP Diliman. So for our speaker this morning, she is a practicing librarian at the UP Diliman Main Library. She is assigned at the Strategic Communication and Marketing Division, where she is responsible for producing publicity materials for the library's projects and programs alongside the Stratcom team. A graduate of Library Science from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Tin, as commonly known to her close friends, is a young librarian who sees the library as a platform for creative thinking and work. During her free time, she loves to explore other ways of keeping her creative juices flowing. She is passionate about design, fashion, and photography. Tin juggles her responsibilities as a full-time librarian and a mother to her daughter. She loves a good laugh and a full 8 hours sleep. So please welcome Miss Christine Haromamay. Morning, Tin.
Good morning, AB. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. So let me just share you my slides. All right. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, Tin.
Nakikita yung slides? Clear ba?
Yes, Tin.
Okay. Let's begin. So we have 24 participants. Okay. So good morning to all our participants. Welcome to the rediscovering your library in the new normal information literacy webinar series for students. Okay. Let me just hide this camera. Okay. Okay, I'm Christine Joyce Harumamay, your reference librarian from the Information Services Instruction section of the University Library. So in this morning's webinar session is entitled Going Local, an Introduction to UP Diliman Local Digital Resources. So whenever we do our research, one of the most common concern is the access to local resources. So the main objectives of this webinar is to showcase the local digital resources managed in UP Diliman. Okay, so things to discuss. Here's the outline of this webinar session. First, let us define what are digital resources, and then I'm going to introduce to you our local databases, the UP Diliman Journal Online, and some of the newest databases that we have, namely the Open Access Repository at UPD Rare Periodicals, the Digital Archives, and fourth is the ProQuest Filipiniana Dissertations and Theses. So basically, I am going to discuss the basic functions like how to navigate, locate, search, access, and download using these databases. Okay, clear po ba? I guess yes ang sagot nyo. So what are digital resources? According to Fox and Logan, when we say digital resources, we are actually dealing with databases, books, journals, newspapers, magazines, archives, theses, conference papers, government papers, research papers, uh, uh, or research reports, scripts, monographs in a digital form, okay? Or information available electronically. So I assume alam naman natin lahat yan. Okay? And ayun nga, because with the temporary closure of our library due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the demand for credible digital resources also increases. So it's really important for us to be familiar with the available e-resources and how to access them effectively. Okay, so I highly encourage you to listen very carefully regarding this topic to help you on your academic research. Okay, ready na po ba lahat? Next. Okay, our first local digital resources that we're going to discuss is the UP Diliman Journal Online. Okay. So, ano nga ba si UP Diliman Journal Online? So, this is a free online service exclusively offered to UP Diliman journals. So it covers multidisciplinary collections, and it aims to gather all the UP Diliman journals in a single repository. Okay? So it also aims to widen the dissemination and visibility online of these journals. And it is a project managed by the Research Development and Utilization Office of the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Research and Development, or the RDUO OVCRD at UP Diliman. So basically, it's free and open siya sa lahat. Kahit hindi ka man taga-UP, pwede mo siyang ma-access. Okay? At mata-download ito full text. Okay. All right. For its content, UP Diliman Journal Online currently hosts 34 journal titles. So it offers downloadable full-text articles with selective open access. It also features it also featured registration or sign-up option per journal title. They have registration system to those who are only involved on editorial and publishing process, and to those who wants to submit a paper to any journal, or if you are going to be a member of editorial team. Ito yung mga editor, reviewer, proofreader, of any journal. But if you are trying to access some journals that are not open access, you may contact the Research Dissemination and Utilization Office of the Vice Chancellor for Research and Development at the contact details below. Makikita niyo sa screen, research.dissemination1@upd.edu.ph. Okay? Contact niyo lang sila if ever may ina-access kayo na journal na hindi siya open. Okay? But most of the journals are open access. Okay? Okay. To access the UP Diliman online, UP Diliman Journal online, go to our library website at mainlive.upd.edu.ph. On the right side, you'll see the search button. Under the search button, click the local databases. Okay? Or you may browse through our website and click the local database. So, tatandaan lang natin, lahat ng kailangan nyo sa library, lahat ng databases, foreign or local, nandito lang siya sa ating main library website. Lahat ng link na yun, kakailanganin nyo. Okay, so tatandaan nyo lang ang mainlive website, mainlive.upd.edu.ph. Alright, so when you click the local databases, you will see the database of the table of contents for the local databases, and then click the UP Diliman Journal online. Okay, once you click the link for the UP Diliman Journals online, you'll be redirected to this page. Okay, ito. So click the title or the icon to be redirected to the UP DJO homepage. Okay. Malinaw po ba? Okay. Okay. So ito yung itsura niya. Or you may go directly to journals.upd.edu.ph. So this is the homepage where you can see the description of the site as a whole. We also have the list of hosted journals below the page. We also have the login button on the right side. Below that is the search bar, which allows you to search the entire site or just an individual journal. Okay. So here's a simple video clip on how to access the UP Diliman journals online. We have Humanities Diliman journals. Then you will see the description of the journal. If you want to view the journal or the current issue, just click the view journal or the current issues. So this is the Humanities Diliman, a Philippine Journal of Humanities. Okay. So you can browse by issue, by author, by title, or other journals. So click the by issue. Okay, so these are the issues of Humanities Journal. So click the volume 16, number 2. Okay. That is the front page or the cover of the journal. The table of contents. If you want to see the table of contents, ayan. And there's the article. Okay. So yan mga articles na nakapaloob doon sa volume 16, number 2, ni Humanities Library. Okay. So that is the full text of the article. And then if you see the arrow down icon, meaning downloadable siya. Okay, ganun lang kasimple. No login required. Again, kailangan lang naman na mag-login is yung mga editorial team. Pero if you're going to access lang naman, so pwede ka na mag-direct, mag-search, and then download the full text. Okay? Okay, let's say we search for pandemic. So we can choose a specific journal. Okay. You have two options, if the abstract lang or the PDF or the full text of the specific article. All right, so that's how you use the UP Diliman journals online. I hope malinaw at naintindihan yung proseso kung paano gamitin si UP Diliman journals online. Okay? Anyway, kung makalimutan man kung paano siya i-access, you may contact us through Messenger. So don't forget to like us on Facebook para ma-update kayo kung ano yung nangyayari sa library, ano yung new collections, ano yung ang bagong services na pwede nyong gamitin. Okay? And you may also email us at libraryinfo.updiliman@up.edu.ph. Okay? So, right. So next, our second local digital resources is the open access repository at UPD. And UPD Rare Periodical. So before that, let's define first the periodical. So, alam naman natin lahat, periodical is anything that comes out with regular or irregular issues such as newspapers, official gazette, magazines, pamphlets, reports, newsletters, and so on. So I assume lahat alam na to. So now let me define the open access repository at UPD. So it is a digital library platform hosted by the University Library of UP Diliman. So it serves as a repository of rare periodicals digitized from print and microfilm housed at the UPD main library's special collections section and the media services of the information, services, and instruction section respectively. So this repository was established as part of the university's project entitled Strengthening Digital Research at the UP System, Digitization of Rare Periodicals and Training in Digital Humanities in partnership with University of Antwerp, Belgium, and funded by the Flemish Inter-University Council or VLIRUOS Belgium. And it offers pareho ng open UP Diliman journals online, downloadable din siya, PDF full text. Okay? So, no login required. Lahat po pwedeng mag-access kay open access repository at UP Rare Periodicals. So, is that clear po? Okay? So, login is not necessary, okay, to access this collection. Again, ano siya? Sa open access repository, Pwede ba akong makarinig? Or maraming nahihiya? Okay, so, okay. Basta tatandaan nyo lang sa Open Access Repository at UPD Rare Periodicals. So it is a digital library platform, okay, for rare periodicals. And open access siya. Okay. To access the Open Access Repository at UPD Rare Periodicals, go to main library website at mainlib.upd.edu.ph. On the right side, you'll see the search button again. Under the search button, click the local database. So it will then display the table of contents for local databases. Third on the list is the link to Open Access Repository at UPD. Ayan, so yan ay click nyo. So once you click the link for Open Access Repository, you will be redirected to this page. So click the title or the icon to redirect you on the Open Access Repository home page. Okay, or you may go directly to repository.mainlib.upd.edu.ph. Pero for sure, makakalimutan nyo yan. Basta mahalaga ay memorize si mainlib website. Okay, just take note of the URL. All right, so here's again, we have provided a short and simple video clip on how to access the Open Access Repository at UPD Rare Periodicals. All right, so note that the login button is for the uploaders of the content of the repository. So it is not necessary to log in to access this collection. Pareho sila ni Open UP Diliman Journals Online. So ito yung ating mga rare periodicals. Makikita niyo yung mga front page, the cover page. Okay, so we have 3,913 items. It can be found here in Open Access Repository. So let's say search for Panorama, and then we have volume 10, issue 7. So let's say ito yung gagamitin nyo, Panorama, volume 10, issue number 7. Okay. We have the item type, periodical, language, English. Okay, then click that. Open the universal view. Okay. Okay, the next is how to download. So makikita niyo yung arrow down icon sa lower left corner. Yan. You can share this, the link. Okay, the download. Yan. There you have it. Okay. So malinaw po ba? kung paano siya gamitin, kung paano mag-download using our open access repository at UPD Rare Periodicals. Okay. Okay. Okay, so malinaw po ba kung paano gamitin? So if ever makalimutan man kung paano gamitin, don't forget or don't hesitate to ask us, or we will going to assist you if ever man makalimutan nyo. So message us on Messenger or on our official email address at libraryinfo.updiliman@up.edu.ph. Okay? All right. So okay. So let's move on. Okay. So let's move on to our third local digital resources, the digital archives at UP Diliman. So what is digital archives at UP Diliman? So it is the official institutional repository of the University of the Philippines, Diliman. So when we say institutional repository, it is an online database that or an online database that provides access to digital collections such as theses and dissertation for online viewing and provides the associate metadata regarding the documents. The mga students and university name, year of graduation, document title, abstract, and keywords. So, and digital archives at UP Diliman is as the flagship campus. It is also in charge of the permanent records of the offices of the UP system. Okay, so it identifies, acquires, maintains, preserve, and allow access to the digital institutional records and memory of the university. Again, hindi po siya downloadable. So, open lang siya for online viewing. Okay? Okay, ito naman, kailangan nyo mag login using your at UP mail. Okay? Yung sa dulo is at up.edu.ph. Okay? Okay. Alright. So yung dalawang kanina nabanggit ko na local databases, sila yung mga non-required yung pag-login. Pero dito sa Digital Archives UP Diliman, kailangan mag-login using your UP mail account. Okay? Pero hindi siya madadownload kasi online viewing lang siya. Okay. So the archival resources available in the digital archives includes the university records. Okay. consists of minutes of the meetings of the Board of Regents and the University Council, official records of the administration officials of the university, and semi-active and permanent records of academic and administrative units in UP Diliman. Then the second is ano pa yung available kay Digital Archives. We have the presidential papers, consist of obviously UP presidential papers. Okay. Third is personal papers. So these are records reflecting the professional careers of university administrators, faculty, and alumni, and other individuals noted for their contribution in the respective field of interest. Okay? Ano pa sunod? Meron tayo dito kay Digital Archives. We have the UPiana. The UPiana collection includes official publications of the university, gazette, ayan, reports, newsletters, research works of faculty and alumni, student publications, yearbook, commencement programs, and other reference sources on the history and development of the university. Okay. Last is we have the thesis and dissertation. So includes unpublished master's thesis and doctoral dissertations, dissertations submitted by students from the different colleges or schools and degree granting units in UP Diliman. Okay. Additional information, undergraduate thesis can be found in the college or unit libraries. Okay, so yung masters and dissertations natin dito kay Digital Archives at UP Diliman. Okay. So paano ma-access yung mga undergraduate thesis from college or unit libraries? So you may contact the specific college unit kung saan located ang thesis. So email the head librarian kung paano yung possible na arrangement for that. Okay. Next. So some features of digital archives are ETD, electronic thesis and dissertation submission. So granting students whose thesis and dissertation have been approved by their colleges may submit their works. Okay, it also offers downloadable full text copy of thesis dissertation. To obtain full access, you may need to log in using your your UP mail account at up.edu.ph. That is also same with your DILNet or CRS account. Okay. So sa mga hindi makakapag-log in, so basically viewing lang siya. Okay, to access this full text, kailangan mag-log in. Okay. Using your UP webmail account. Okay, next. To access the digital archives, simply go to our library website homepage again at mainlive.upd.edu.ph. On the right side, you'll see the search button. Under the search button, click the local databases. Okay, it will then display the table of contents for the local databases. The second on the list is the link to the digital archives. Okay, once you click the link for digital archives, you'll be redirected to this page. Click the title or the icon to be directed on the digital archives home website. Okay, you may also go directly to digital archives.upd.edu.ph. Okay. So here's a simple video clip on how to access the digital archives at UP Diliman. All right, so let's see. We have the personal papers, presidential papers, thesis and dissertation, university records, and UPiana. So yan yung mga collections na nakalagay kay Digital Archives, na ma-access kay Digital Archives. So steps in submitting electronic thesis and dissertation, meron po tayo dyan. Okay, so for technology management, we have 247 records found. Okay, the status, the abstract, the degree, course, language, keywords, material type, date issued, resource title. So for preliminary page, you can view that by simply clicking this PDF icon. Of course, to download the full text, okay, just log in using your UP webmail account. Kasi kapag hindi kayo nag-log in, online viewing lang makikita. Okay, for thesis and dissertation, so ito yung colleges. Ayan. Natin lahat. Okay. For College of Engineering, they have 127 collections na na-add dito sa digital archives. So, yan. Kung mapapansin nyo, may mga numbers katabi ng name ng college. Okay. Okay. Okay, status niya is verified. Okay. So the abstract. Okay, for preliminary pages, for the main body, you have two choices kung ano yung babasahin nyo. All right. So ito na yung full text ng thesis na choose nyo. Okay, of course, to download, makikita nyo yung arrow down button. Yan. So pwede nyo siya ma-download full text. Alright, so malinaw po ba kung paano gamitin si Digital Archives? Napakadali lang. Okay, kailangan nyo lang mag-login. Okay. So next, let's move on to our last local digital resources that I'm going to discuss. Yan, ito ay ang ProcWest Filipiniana Dissertations and Thesis. So you can check Filipiniana Thesis and Dissertations from leading institutions abroad by accessing our PQDTFI. Okay, so it is a list of theses and dissertations written by Filipinos who have studied in foreign universities. So currently, we have 1,346 titles in our collection. So remember to log in first with your UP main account, UP Mail account, to access the Google Drive. So these are read-only files. Okay. Okay. To access the ProQuest Filipiniana dissertation and thesis, go to library website homepage at mainlib.upd.edu.ph. On the right side, you'll see the search button. Under the search button, click the ebooks. Okay, so this is what the ebooks page looks like. Yeah. So once you scroll down the page, you'll see a list of ebooks currently subscribed by the university. So third on the list is the ProQuest Filipiniana thesis and dissertation. Okay, click the highlighted number of titles, and you will be redirected to the list of ProQuest Filipiniana thesis and dissertations. Remember to log in first with your UP email account. Okay, so here's a simple video clip on how to access our ProQuest Filipiniana dissertation and thesis. Okay. So here is the year, publication, subject, the title, the thesis or dissertation, and then the author. Okay. So just click the title. Okay. So this is the role of the alternative pathway of the complement system. Okay. All right. Okay, so read-only file lamang siya, hindi nyo pwedeng ma-download. Okay. Alright, so napakadali lang. Okay, so kung may tanong kayo, again, message us. Kung nahihiya kayo magtanong dito, so huwag niyo lang kakalimutan ng aming FB page. Yan, reachable naman kami, lagi. Okay, so next. Okay, summary lang ng diniscuss ko. We have UP Diliman journals online, sa yun. And then the open access repository at UPD, rare periodicals. And then the digital archives at UP Diliman. And then the ProQuest Filipiniana dissertation and thesis. Okay. So UP Diliman journals online, ang content natin dito, tatandaan, UP Diliman journals. Ang URL niya is journals.upd.edu.ph. Access option, selective open access siya. Okay? Pero more likely open siya lahat. Open access siya. Okay? Kung kailangan ng journals na hindi open access, ang what advice ko is to reach or contact our research dissemination and utilization office doon sa contact details na binigay ko kanina. Sana na-picturean nyo. Okay. For open access repository at UPD Rare Periodicals, ang content niya is Rare Periodicals. Okay. Ang URL niya is repository .mainlive.upd.edu.ph. And then access point, open access siya. Kahit hindi ka taga-UP, pwede mo siya ma-access. Okay? Kasi hindi naman required mag-log in. Okay? For digital archives at UP Diliman, nasabi ko na ito kanina. So for the content, university records, presidential papers, personal papers, thesis and dissertations, and Wikiana. The URL is digitalarchives.upd.edu.ph. Ang access option is gamitin lamang ang ating UP webmail account at upd.edu.ph. At ang ProQuest Filipiniana last is ProQuest Filipiniana Dissertation and Thesis. For its content, Filipiniana and Dissertations. Filipiniana Dissertation and Thesis. Okay, ang laman niya. Okay, for the URL, ito yun. Access option, we have UP Mail login required. Okay, so view only lamang ito. Hindi siya pwedeng. Okay, kailangan pa rin ang ating UP Mail login, UP Web Mail account. Okay, so this is the summary. If you have your smartphone or cellular phone on hand, you can take a picture of this slide to keep this as your guide reference. Yan. Okay, okay na po ba? All right, so thank you so much. That ends my presentation. Thank you for spending your time with me this morning. I hope you learned a lot in this webinar session. Please do utilize our local digital resources offered by the UP. And if you have any questions, please post it on Pigeonhole. And thank you so much.
All right.
Ano po? Pwede na tayo mag-open for question and answer.
All right. So, according to our Pigeonhole, there are no questions. So I guess for those among you who have questions, you may put them in the chat box, I suppose. Okay? So if you have questions, kindly put them in the chat box.
Okay.
But again, Tin, thank you for that short and yet concise presentation. So hopefully, based on Tin's presentation, that managed to shed light on our local resources, especially in the university at the least. And our local resources should be able to help you in some of your respective academic matters just as equal to those of our online subscriptions. Okay?
Yes. Okay. If walang tanong.
Okay, so we have one actually, Tin. So someone put a question in our Pigeonhole. So let me just share our Pigeonhole, my browser. All right, so would it be possible to download / digitally borrow books online like how we would have done it physically? If so, how would we do so?
Again, sorry.
Okay, so possible bang manghiram ng libro digitally katulad nung ginagawa natin in a physical manner?
Okay. So meron kasi kaming ROD, Research on Demand service. So it allows to scan the 10% of 10% content of the material. So pwede pa rin pero one chapter lamang ang pwede namin i-provide for that.
Right. So in terms of what Ted has mentioned, resource on demand ROD, you can easily find the instructions or at least a breakdown or a matrix rather, a table of the services you can avail, whether it may be digitizing a physical copy, retrieving an
Mm.
electronic copy from a journal article, an ebook, as well as our microfilm services. So you can find that in our Facebook page, fb.com/updlibrary, as well as in our main library website. So that's mainlib.upd.edu.ph that Tin kept on repeating
Ah,
earlier.
ah,
Hmm.
we have a guide. Pwede niyo pong i-visit sa aming link na pinost dyan sa group chat. Ayan. For
Okay,
our,
so yeah, Toph posted the link. Tama, no? Yeah.
okay, thank you so much, Top.
All right. Thank you,
So
Toph.
again, pag if ever man na acquire tayo nitong ROD service or gagamit tayo ng ROD service, kailangan pa rin i-search nyo through our 2 class kung saan available or saan located ang material. So kung saan located ang materials, yung head librarian of the specific unit library, doon po kayo mag-email to request the book. Okay, the book chapter, scan book chapter.
All right. Thanks for that clarification, Tin. So, do we have any other follow-up questions? So far, according to Pigeonhole, there are none. So, let's go to our chat box. Okay, so I'll stop share my browser.
Marami nabasa ako. Are there instances na may maintenance days na hindi makapag-access ang mga website na ibinigay? Meron. Meron mang instances sa ganun. Kasi minsan nakaranas tayo na down yung website due to technical issues or may kailangan din i-upgrade sa website. Madalas, minsan nangyayari yon. Pero ayoko din kung okay.
And it actually depends. So, let's say for example, during this season of the year,
Yes,
so
oo.
connection might be intermittent. Okay.
Oo.
All right. So, do we have any other questions? If none, Tin, do you have a quiz of some sort?
Yes, meron. Meron naman akong prepare na quiz para
Alright.
sa ating
Sige.
participants. Sana nakinig lahat. Madali lang, sobrang dali lang naman ang aking presentation. Okay, so basically lahat naman ng question is na-discuss ko kanina. Okay, so share ko lang. Okay. Okay, so may pa-quiz tayo for today's webinar session. Hey, quiz natin is about going local, an introduction to UP Diliman local digital resources. So before I proceed with the quiz, let me explain first the quiz mechanics. First, only enrolled UP students can join the quiz. Second, we have prepared 5 multiple choice questions. Third is you have to complete the 5-letter answers combination and write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, so itago nyo lang muna, huwag niyo ipopost or huwag niyo sasabihin. Do not post your answers yet on the chat box until I told you to do so. Okay. Once you see please provide your answers now sa chat box, meaning that's the only time you can post your 5-letter answer combination. Okay. The first participant who have post correct answer will be declared as the winner. So the winner will receive an Elsevier bag, good bag, and 200 pesos. Okay. Our team will coordinate with the winner on how to claim his or her prize. Okay, so ready na po ba? Sige, feeling ko ready naman na. Okay, let's begin our first question. So ready na kayo sa ating Elsevier bag at 200 pesos. So magagamit niyo yan. And first question. Okay. These are usually referred to databases, books, journals, newspapers, magazine archives, theses, conferences papers, government papers, research reports, scripts, and monographs in a digital form. A, digital library, B, digital resources, C, digital databases, or D, analytic tools and reporting. You have 10 seconds to answer that. Time is up. Let's move on to our second question. What is the URL of the UP Diliman Journals online website? UP Diliman Journals online. A, journals.upd.edu.ph, B is journals.up.edu.ph, or C, UP Diliman Journals.up.edu.ph, or D, Diliman Journals.up.edu.ph. 10 seconds, start now. Time is up. Okay, so let's move on to our third question. Blank is a repository of rare periodicals digitized from print and microfilm housed at the UPD Main Library's Special Collections section and the Media Services of the Information Services Instruction section, respectively. A, open access repository of rare periodicals. B, open access repository at UPD Rare Periodicals. C, repository at UPD Rare Periodicals. Or D, open access repository at UPD. 10 seconds, start now. Okay. Okay. Hi, that ends our 10 seconds. Our fourth question. Oops. Okay. Blank collection includes official publications of the university, gazette, reports, newsletters, research works of faculty and alumni, student publications, yearbook, commencement programs, and other reference sources on the history and development of the university. A is Yupiana, B is presidential papers, C is for personal papers, and D, university records. Okay, time is up. Our last question. Ooh. Okay, to access the ProQuest Filipiniana dissertations and theses, you need to log in first with your blank account. A, iAccess, B, CRS account, C is Facebook account, or D, UP Mail account. Okay, time is up. Okay, so according to AB, meron tayo
Yeah.
question sa pigeonhole.
Okay, so before we reveal the answer, so let's have a short cliffhanger. Okay, so we have a follow-up question in our pigeonhole. Possible po ba ma-access din ang mga undergrad thesis? So I think this is regarding our uh, archives, online or online repository.
Okay. So for our digital archives, mga nandun lang kasi ay ang ating masters and dissertations. Okay? For undergraduate thesis, nakastore siya doon sa kanya-kanyang college unit libraries. Okay, how to access that? May kanya-kanya kasing rule tayo. Basically, hindi kasi talaga siya pwedeng hiramin yung thesis. Okay, but you can ask the specific, the head library of the specific college unit kung paano yung arrangement, kung paano kayo makaka-access doon sa kinakailangang thesis niyo. Okay? Yun lang. Yun ang access. Kailangan nyong mag-email doon sa head librarian ng college unit kung paano yung possible.
And if you want to learn about the contact information of our respective college and unit libraries, again, you may find them in our website, mainlive.upd.edu.ph.
Okay, lahat ng kanilang contact details ng ating college unit libraries ay meron po sa ating website.
Okay, thank you, Tin. So I guess you can reveal the answers now.
Okay, so be ready with your answers and wait for my go signal. Okay, pag sinabi kong please provide your answers now on the chat. So yun, pwede nyo nang i-chat ang inyong sagot. Ready na po ba? Huwag munang ilalagay. Okay, ready, go. Bilis. Okay, ang dami. Okay. Okay. So I posted on 10 at 10:02 a.m. So doon lang tayo mag-start ng maghahanap ng tamang sagot. Okay, ang ating tamang sagot ay yan, the correct answer is BABAD or babad. Okay, so tingnan natin, reviewin natin kung sino ang nanalo. Okay, please provide your answers now. BABAD. Babad. Okay, may nakita na akong winner. Congratulations to our winner to this webinar session, Miss Cristel Bautista. Tama po ba?
Yeah, likewise.
Okay, so you'll be receiving an LC Verdut bag and 200 pesos. Our team will coordinate with you on how to claim your prize. So congratulations and thank you so much for participating in my short quiz.
Okay, congratulations, Cristel. Okay, so we'll get in touch with you soon. Okay. All right, so I guess that ends our presentation for this morning's session. So you may view or at least you may view the link in our chat box for our survey form. So was it posted earlier? Yeah, it was posted earlier. I think Tof can post it once more. Okay, there we go. So thank you everyone for participating. Hopefully that was a very insightful and educational session for you. And obviously, using our local digital resources is pretty much easier. You don't need easy proxy, so you can freely access them using our browsers and at least having some of an account, our CRS account, on that extent. Okay, so this afternoon we have another session. So we'll be talking primarily about access, which is pretty much relevant during this quarantine, especially for you students that cannot really access our resources and collection physically. Right? So hopefully we'll see you this afternoon. But until then, please stay safe. Bye everyone. Maraming salamat po.